When I wrote my 2 novels, If You Could Be Mine and Tell Me Again How a Crush Should Feel, I wrote them never thinking they would be published. When I wrote them, I was writing stories that I wish I had as a teenager. Stories that could explain and relate to issues of identity I faced, and that had a protagonist of a Persian background. I wrote what is now called If You Could Be Mine as my graduate school thesis, never thinking it would be published, but writing it because it was a story I was passionate about. I began to think about how much I struggled with my sexuality and coming out, and what it would mean for someone like me to grow up in Iran, having the same feelings I had, but unable to express them as I openly can in the US. I was hesitant to write about Iran because I did not grow up there and did not want to become a mouthpiece for any group of people. I also didn't want to add negative sentiment to a country that the West already had a lot of negative feeling toward. My inner teenager, however, still wanted the book she had wished 4 years earlier, and so my research began. After several months of reading, visiting Iran, watching documentaries, and speaking with people, I felt equipped to write a world for my characters to inhabit. Now that I do have a platform and an audience, I worry about representation. I worry about the characters I do portray, and if people in real life feel that I don't speak for them, or if I'm appropriating a culture or groups of people. I think about this so much now that I find it sometimes prevents me from writing about people who are different from me. The same anxious feeling I get when I was a kid watching Mr. Rogers kind of pops up. I don't plan on writing Persian characters or queer characters forever, but that's what's been important to me for a very long time. The idea of identity and what it means to be oneself. That being said, when I do write characters that aren't like me, they are reflections of people I've gotten to know in the real world. Friends I have grown up with, friends I've met through travel or in school, friends I have made at various jobs and in different stages of my life. The more people I come in contact with, the more connections I make with people who are not like me, allows my life to become richer and better. So when we talk about writing and books and stories we want to see, we should see color. We should see religion. We should see homosexuality. We should see gender identity. We should see all the things that make people in the world different and not pretend that we are colorblind or that one story is enough to represent the whole group of people.